Welcome back to the Block Stretch Repair YouTube channel. Today we're going to be going part 3 of going through this giant auction purchase. And I think we're going to get started by ripping into this trailer here. I think first things first though, we're going to have to pull out all of these amps that are sitting on top of everything, take a look at them and see what we got. Okay, I believe this is all of the amplifiers that are at least on this end of the trailer. There might be a few more at the other end, but I believe this is the majority of them. This right here is my second box of Bally Miss America Bingo Pinball Machine manuals. There's supposedly 49 in this box, and who knows how many in the other box, so probably have close to 100 of these, and they're brand new. They're like never been used, new old stock. Why I have so many, I have absolutely no fucking clue. Oh, I'm wrong. These are Miss America 75. These are Miss America Deluxe. So actually, I only have like 50 of each. Still, what the fuck? So this box had some records on top, which is why I pulled it out of the trailer, because I wanted to keep those records safe. But apparently here in the bottom is a whole bunch of vintage flasher slot machine flash units. These are incredibly cool, and I actually have a flasher slot machine that's missing the 3 of these things that it needs. So I actually have to keep 3 of these for that machine, though I have a bunch of other flasher slot machines I need to get working. But I don't think these have been made in like 40 to 50 years, and these all appear to be brand new, except for this one here that didn't have bubble wrap around it and it has the front cover broken off, but the rest of these are all still wrapped up and look brand new. So that's insane. Though, actually, yeah, it looks right there. This one hasn't been, this one was made in 1978. So yeah, like 40-some years, these things have just been sitting in storage. That is absolutely an insane find, considering I need 3 of them. And to the right person, those are probably worth not much. Those machines actually aren't worth all that much money, but to me, they're worth a little bit. I went ahead and pulled this box out of the trailer because it's full of paperwork, and y'all know I love paperwork. Right here we got a solid gold NSM jukebox cell flyer. Pretty cool. Unfortunately, it's pretty demolished. Looks like we have a Magic Touch Machine Operator's Manual. We have just some self flyers. That's just a magazine. Some Bell Kit stuff. Holy shit, that's a Donkey Kong Jr. Operator's Manual. That's worth like 20 bucks. That's pretty damn cool to find. Holy shit. Is that a Donkey Kong one underneath there? What the fuck? That's another 20-some bucks. What's underneath that one? Ah, just a schematic. That sucks. And Abyss Pac-Man. There's another 20-some bucks. Spy Hunter. I have no idea how much that's worth. I've never owned one of those before. Galaga. Probably another 20-some bucks. Okay, there's some money here. God damn. I found an Atari System 1 Operator's Manual. I don't even know what an Atari System 1 even is. We got a Bally Blackwater 100 Manual. Never even heard of that game. There's just so many pages that unfortunately have come out of manuals. We got a Vindicator's Manual. Actually, that's a schematic package. That is a moldy book. We're pulling that out. Let's just put that to the side. That's disgusting. Gonna give me like cancer or something. Here we got a Pole Position 2 manual, Pole Position manual, another Pole Position schematic, a Bally Supersonic, some old games in here, hey, Operation Wolf Operator's Manual, another Miss Pac-Man, and a Sega Shinobi manual. Again, I've never actually heard of that game either. There is some very cool manuals in here that I've never even heard of half of these games, to be honest. That's super cool. I wonder if any of these are not uploaded online anywhere. Found it. I do have a second box of these Bally Miss America Deluxe manuals, so I do have about 100 of these manuals. God damn it. Now right here we have a Williams Defender manual. That's very cool. Underneath that we have a Sega Golden Axe manual. That actually might be worth $1 or $2. Holy shit. In this bag here we have a sealed Nintendo Verse System install, Unisystem install. That is super cool. I probably originally sealed. It's probably never been opened looking at it. That is awesome. That actually might be worth more than $1 or $2. This right here is pretty cool. This is apparently a 1930s Chicago V-Cup, which was used to hold those V-shaped paper cups that apparently you got drinks in the 1930s. This is really cool. They're not really worth that much, but it's a very cool find. This right here is what I love to see. In a previous episode on a Rockola Super Sound, I mentioned that I was 1 door short for the amount of Super Sounds that I had, and I was hoping I'd eventually be able to find one on eBay. Well, I no longer have to look on eBay. Right here is 5, and I know there's a few more in the trailer, so I think I have close to 7 Rockola 490 jukebox coin doors, so we're golden, and we definitely do not need to buy any more of them. This right here is an entire box of PCBs. Let's go through it and see if there's anything good in here. I think most of them are probably just like Row AMI jukebox PCBs, so they're probably not worth anything, but let's go through them anyway. I was right, it's basically all Row jukebox stuff. We have some volume control units, a stack of these, stack of those, couple of these, an absolutely fucking insane amount of these, and 4 of a different board revision. These are running old Intel Celeron CPUs, which is pretty cool. But what's even more cool is, supposedly, now none have sold for this because they're obviously not actually worth this, but if I could get anywhere near the amount of money that people are asking for these boards on eBay, I'd be fucking rich. Well, according to eBay prices, this red tote has about $20,000 worth of PCBs in it. Obviously, I could get absolutely nowhere near that, and I could probably sell them for maybe $1,000 at best. Yeah, but one can always dream. This right here is a pretty cool old Seaberg microphone. That's pretty cool. Holy fuck. That was a lot of damn coin mix. I see why I couldn't budge that box. I don't know if I'm making this wagon up this hill. God damn. Well, I finished the wagon of coin mechs, so it's time to get another load. This little radio cart can apparently hold a decent amount of weight. Those coin mechs weighed a lot. Looks like this box should have like 15K 465 kits. If that meant anything to me, that'd be nice, but as you can see, it's just kits of that and a piece of paper will show you how to install it, and then there's a chime unit in there as well. So, not sure what those are. I somehow ended up with a poorly painted podium with a broken pen. I'm not sure what it's not even a podium, it's just a podium topper. What the fuck am I supposed to do with this? I don't know, but it's going there for now. I got these two belts. I assume they're like conveyor belts. This one's very well worn, and that one's like brand new. I'm not sure what they came from. Funnily enough, this one was being stored in a Williams box that was apparently a special delivery. Found this Wurlitzer mic volume. I'm not sure why Mike needs his own volume, but I guess. Doesn't seem to twist very well, so I guess Mike's stuck on one volume. Some of these things is like, what the fuck? These things here got spikes sticking out the sides. These here also have spikes sticking out the side. Like, what is the point of these things? Got an absolute ton of these bumper pool little bumpers. I don't play bumper pool, but that's a lot of those. Jesus. Some balls in there, some red ones. I don't play bumper pool, but I don't remember a red ball. Also got some nice championship shuffle things for a shuffleboard alley. Some 50-cent tape. 50-cent tape's kind of odd, but okay. We have some Weller soldering iron tips. Those are awesome. Not really, because who the fuck still uses a Weller soldering iron? I'm going to assume those are also from Bumper Pool, but I don't know what those are. And probably also from Bumper Pool. I think those are these caps, yeah. So, bunch of Bumper Pool stuff. I don't play Bumper Pool, but I guess if I ever need any of these, I have them. So I'm finding a bunch of just random stuff, and then there's like this here, like, I am entirely too broke for this book. Believe it or not, I do not have the money to buy a private jet. Here we have box 9, 10, 11, all filled. I'm currently working on box 13. This click scanner is absolutely amazing. Not $6,000 amazing, but amazing. You know, I was looking at this, I'm like, sweet, a mercury switch. Wait, it's kind of low on mercury. Oh, shit. Where'd my mercury go? Either absolutely everything's gonna fall out or nothing's gonna fall out. And honestly, nothing fell out. That is ridiculous. Now, something like this, in my opinion, is flat out scrap. There is no coil, there's no magnet, it is just a frame. That wood's not even usable. I might save these latches, but that is quite literally it. The rest of this is scrap metal. Oh god. Yeah, please don't fall. Again, I don't know. Is that worth saving? I have absolutely no idea, but in my opinion, probably not. This one, probably. That cone, maybe not. It could be replaced, though. That's the problem. A lot of these cones could be replaced if you needed one that used this coil. The question is, will I ever run into one that needs that coil? Who knows? But, if I need one that needs this coil, will I be able to find one with this coil? The answer is no. These are things that could definitely save me a lot of money if I ever need them. These are the front lock bars off of bingo machines. As you can see, we have a bunch of different styles, different amount of buttons, a bunch of new old stock wood pieces for them. These have wood underneath the pieces of metal. These are obviously used, but these appear to be all brand new old stock. These would cost me a decent amount to get machined out because they're machined out of decent wood and all that fun stuff, CNC'd out. That'd cost me a decent amount of money if I ever needed one of these. Also got some wood rails off of wood rail bingo machines, probably. Very cool. These two things right here are really cool. I was told they're Williams. I'm not actually sure if they're Williams, but they're shuffleboard alley headers. Very cool. As you can see, they're in a little rough shape, but if I ever need one of these, it'll save me a lot of time as to making one, especially one of these ones with the fancy stuff here in the front. Very cool. This right here, unfortunately, it is just an empty box. It's just the empty box in styrofoam, unfortunately, but this is super cool, and I'm definitely going to keep it just because that's pretty cool, and honestly, you could probably sell that for a few bucks to the right person. And here is the rest of the amplifiers and some power supplies and a speedotron, which I believe is for like either flash photography or stage lighting or something. You're supposed to have 3 bulbs that can plug into that, and it's high voltage and all that fun stuff. If it had the lights, it's like $300, but without the lights, I have no idea. We got some nice motors there. I'm gonna take photos of all this stuff and move them up onto shelving. This right here actually is off of this machine right here, which is actually a pretty rare machine from 1960s. Very cool. It was a little bit hard to find because who the fuck decided to call it Arizona? It's a stupid-ass fucking name to try and search up. Here's a good example of why you don't trust, well, worked when put away, or worked when last used. As you can see, these are actually brand new old stock. They have never been connected to anything. Boston subwoofers from 1986. And as you can see, completely dead. All of them completely dead. Now, these are savable, so I'm going to save them because you can very easily replace that rubber out of ring. It's not a big deal, and since these are brand new, it would definitely be worth doing so. A lot of these speakers, honestly, I don't know if they're worth saving. The cones are absolutely demolished, but basically what I'm going off of, if the coil is still good, then I'm going to save them, because you can't get this style of speaker anymore. That's not something that you can just go out to a store and buy. That style, technically you can, so ones that are that damaged in that style, I'll replace and just throw out, but this style, you can't get anymore. Well, not for a reasonable price, I imagine. So I'm going to save these because you can recone them. I don't think I've actually shown the storage racks yet, but here is all that stuff. Over here is all that stuff. And if we go over into this room right here, we have storage for stuff that was actually already up here, some more storage for stuff that was already up here, and our tote racks, and some unfinished tote racks. There is a ton of storage up here, but there is also a ton of stuff up here. These are the speakers that are going to be going in my scrap bin. These are ones that have more than just the cone wrong with them, like this one here. The coil's actually rusted in place, so you'd have to completely rebuild these from the ground up, which ultimately wouldn't be worth it because it'd be easier to rebuild the speaker that's already in the jukebox than try and repair these. The only thing good on these would be the frames, and even on some of these, the frame isn't even good because they're rusted through. So these are just scrap metal. And here is, I believe, unfortunately, the final box of paperwork to go through. We have a whole bunch of row jukebox stuff right here. Nothing too fancy, just, well, row jukebox stuff. Yeah, that's like 20 bucks, and that's in really damn good shape, too. That's awesome. A head-on by Gremlin. Never heard of that game. More schematics. Ah, okay. Moving on. Bally stuff, bally stuff, bally stuff, bally stuff, bally stuff. What the fuck? We have the Furbies. We have Furbies. What the hell? I would rather you didn't. Holy shit, look at that. It's a Bobby Orr power play manual, which is actually really convenient because, looky right there. That's a Bobby Orr power play machine. Manual of Rockola, like, advertisement stuff. That's super awesome. I guess this was something they used to sell jukeboxes to people. Very cool. I mean, unfortunately, this is all, like, modern CD jukeboxes. Nothing, like, old, but still pretty cool. And actually another booklet of Rockola cell flyers. Very cool. Cool to have. Unfortunately, again, modern stuff. The amount of lead used in early Wurlitzer or jukeboxes is honestly concerning. Like, this is a giant heavy chunk of lead. This is another giant heavy chunk of lead. There's another chunk of heavy lead. There's another chunk of heavy lead. Explains why this bin weighs so damn much. It's 50% lead. You know, that's an odd thing to find in a bunch of arcade stuff. We got a 3.5-inch paring knife. That's an odd thing to find, I guess. We are damn near done. This box here is just coin mechs, and underneath it's record trays. That box there is record trays. We have some coin doors right here. These are actually brand new. Just that one actually is a little bit worn up because it wasn't wrapped up. But the other ones in here are brand new, still wrapped up coin doors for, I'm going to guess, bingo machines most likely. There's some CD trays for a Pioneer jukebox. I don't know, that's weird. We have a bunch of the things out of Seaberg wall boxes. We have a bunch of records right there, some speakers there, and a whole bunch, actually there's coin mechs I believe somewhere around there, and a whole bunch of coin boxes and some chunks of wood off of jukebox. So this has happened. Basically, I sit here scanning and everything has just been piled up around me. Now, to be fair, this is all trash cardboard and a box of literal trash. And then there's just some stuff around here that I was trying to get the full collection of so I could put them all in one tote and have, instead of having them spread out between a bunch of different totes like those bumpers and these coils, though those coils spread out through every tote, but these ones are all mostly the same kind of coil, so I wanted them to kind of be in the same tote. Stuff like that, also some fragile stuff, and some stuff that I know is in other totes that I'm just going to add into that tote and just edit my number of how many is in that tote. Stuff like that is what's piled around me. Also boxes of just scrap metal bolts. It is insane how many bolts this person kept. Bolts, screws, like, why? They're rusty. They're scrap metal. You're going to replace them if you ever need them anyway. You're not going to use a rusty screw. So I don't know why they were saved, but they were. I definitely never need to buy another coin mech in my life. As many of you know, I already have a box of like 120 coin mechs, and I've probably at least doubled that since then. This switch here, it says it's Chicago General Electric, and I think it says National on the top there. I don't know exactly what it's from, probably a lamp or a fan or something, but that is incredibly satisfying. That is awesome. This right here is apparently a World War II US military mess kit fork. That's pretty cool. This right here is straight money. These things here are record trays that the record would sit on in early Wurlitzer jukeboxes. Now, every record in a Wurlitzer jukebox needs one of these, so they actually have somewhat of a value. Most people are asking and selling for around $10 a piece, and as you can see, there's a lot here. Let's get the count and see just how many are actually here. We got 116 of this style, plus some earlier ones here. I think there's 30 of these. So if we're able to sell these at anywhere near the $10 that they usually go for, we're looking at well over $1,000 right here. That's insane. As you can see, there's still a decent amount of stuff I'm going to have to do, but unfortunately, the weekend is over, so I can no longer work on this stuff. I'm going to have to get the rest of this done here throughout the week, and hopefully, we'll be finished by next weekend. But if you liked what you saw, please leave a like and subscribe, and if you saw any parts that you need, send me an email, because I genuinely need to start selling some of this stuff, because it's, quite a bit of stuff. Hopefully soon here we'll get a look at these 2 Mega Touches that I got for an amazing price. So, with that, I'll see you next week. Well, according to eBay prices, this yellow... What yellow? Where the fuck did I get yellow from?